week, slashing it by half a percentage point from 4.25 or 4.25 to 3.75%. To talk about what this means for homeowners or anyone hoping to get into the market, we're joined by mortgage broker Angela Calla. Thanks for being here with us, Angela.
Good morning. What a pleasure.
So big news.
Exciting news.
People are excited about it, but there's a few intricacies about this. So exactly what does this cut mean and where does it apply?
Well, the good news is if you're on a variable rate mortgage, this is $150 a month reduction on a $500,000 mortgage. And thankfully, we've already had other cuts this year. So that downward trend is much needed relief for us Canadians at this time. But it is important to note that the Bank of Canada rate is not the prime rate that the banks have. And so the bank prime rate has actually gone from 6.2% to 5.95%. So any discount that you get off of that would be what your variable or adjustable rate mortgage would be. And those are actually two separate categories because a variable rate mortgage impacts the interest that you pay, but an adjustable rate mortgage impacts the benefit of your cash flow. So you get that $150 on a $500,000 mortgage in your pocket each and every month. So this is most helpful for those coming up for renewal because we have a record amount of Canadians coming up for renewal here in the next few years.
Yeah, no kidding. And I was going to ask you, the fixed rates. How much? What will you be advising? I know every case is different.
Yes.
But variable versus fixed.
Well, times are changing and they're changing rapidly. And this is a good news for Canadians who are looking at getting into the mortgage space. Now, it's important to know that fixed rates are based on the bond market. So they are changing every day in anticipation of what's going to happen in the market. So while we see this interest rate change happening for only variable rate products, this doesn't impact fixed mortgage rates. But fixed mortgage rates are actually lower, of course, than what the variable rates are today. And so the qualifications of the borrower will determine if they're in a position to consider a variable rate with the stress test or if they're going to take a fixed rate. But, the good news is with the bond market still moving downward, we have another rate cut anticipated in December. So while you don't see the same variation, like we won't see the 50 basis points because the bond market is what dictates fixed interest rates, we'll still see decreases. So continually for the next year, we can expect decreases, reduced cost of interest. And then in December, with the other federal changes coming, we'll have improved qualification to be able to help people get into the housing market.
Yeah, perfect. That's exactly where I was going to go. Is for anyone that has been sitting on the fence or hoping, praying they could get into a home, how many people? We'd love to know how many people it could help. But do you see it helping a lot more people coming through your doors looking to buy?
Absolutely. And now is the absolute best time to make a plan because there's a lot of product on the market that's quite stagnant. And as you know, interest rates are going down. As interest rates continue to go down, more people are going to be able to qualify and be more comfortable making those monthly payments. So that product will get absorbed into the market. So making the plan today, taking advantage of the tax efficient accounts. Also, if you're looking at new construction, you don't have to pay property transfer tax up to $1.1 million if you don't have to be a first-time home buyer to take advantage of that. So there's all those little intricacies, as you said, Jennifer, that are all moving forward in a positive direction. And so the advice that you get today might be different than the advice we'll give in 6 months because the variable discount will continue to go down. And, very soon that may be the product of choice for everyone moving forward and then choosing a fixed rate. They both come with different terms and we can identify that for you and map out a plan as an independent professional while protecting your credit. Because shopping for a mortgage renewal right now, we all want to get the lowest rate and not lock in for too long, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And so utilizing our service, we can look back and do a full look back to ensure that you get the lowest rate, but don't get caught into bad terms that will cost you more as you'll want to potentially refinance later to take advantage of better rates.
People like to get a hold of you. How can they do that?
Oh, they can reach out to us directly at angelacalla.ca.
Okay, thanks so much for coming in today, Angela. And hopefully this opens up a lot of new home doors for a lot of people.
Absolutely, it will. More benefits to come.
Okay, thanks. Angela Calla.